Hello, friends. Thank you for coming for our Boo workshop. I'm Chris Dale, and I am the founder of the Yard Card Association. Today, we're here to talk about booing, what it is, should you be doing it, and a whole bunch of details in between. And at the end, we may or may not have a giveaway or two. Okay, spoiler alert, we have more than two. We have, let's see, what is it? It tallied up to around $1,000, and I think more if I would have really been careful with my math. So that's something pretty cool, right? A little bit of housekeeping. Let me tell you a little bit about me because not everybody here knows me. I've been in the industry for over 2 decades. I have one of my friends here with us. Y'all, if you're watching this on a replay, this is also being live streamed over on Facebook in our free Facebook group, on our Facebook page, and then over on our YouTube channel. So you might hear me talk to people or respond to something. That's because people are commenting, and I'm going to try to keep up with that as much as I can. But if you're watching this on the replay, just wanted to let you know that. So anyway, some of y'all are new to me, and I just want to welcome everybody here. Some of you have known me for a really long time. I started 2 decades ago, 1999, with my business. Yes, long time. I've seen a lot change. I've seen a lot happen, good, bad, ugly. Technology's changed. The pandemic, really changed things, and we've seen a huge morph in how a lot of things are done, both for most super awesome stuff and other things that, I'd be okay if it didn't happen anymore. But it's part of being a business owner. Just because I've done this for a long time, I can tell you I learn every single day. Somebody said, oh, well, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And I'm like, well, I do feel old some days, but I'm always trying to learn the new tricks and tips and strategies, because we cannot become stagnant when we're working on whether it's ourselves personally or our businesses. Because if you're stagnant, you're going the opposite direction, right? So I like to think if you're here, it's because you are keeping you are serious about your business. Is that true? If you are serious about your business, give me a yes in the comments, because I'm going to bet you wouldn't be here otherwise. There's plenty of things to do. Shoot, there's so much to binge watch on Netflix. It would be so easy to come up with anything else to do but work on your business. Am I right? Absolutely. I know, right? That's when somebody said during the pandemic, a lot of people said they were bored. I had no clue what they were talking about. And that just baffles me. I've never been bored since I became a mom, and that was 22 years ago. So anyway, I'm located in Houston, Texas. I'm originally from Oklahoma. Shout out to my fellow Okies. And I went to school in Las Vegas at UNLV, running Rebels. And I majored in hospitality management with a specialty concentration in event planning. So it's kind of cool. Guy Fieri, if y'all know who he is, he was like 2 or 3 years above me. He doesn't know who I am, but now we all kind of know who he is. So that was kind of cool. Yes, Jill, Oklahoma. I'm from Shawnee, right outside of Oklahoma City. And the big town to Tecumseh. Not a big town, by the way. All right, so that's a little bit about me. I apologize if I'm going to have to fan myself a little bit, because as I mentioned earlier, as I get going, and I'll tell you, I've been doing this a long time, but it's still a little unnerving when I'm the one in front of the camera. I prefer to be behind the scenes making things happen. But what I have figured out a while back is, as weird as this is going to sound, I was being selfish, because I have a lot of insights that I really want to share. But sometimes you just have to put yourself out there. And so that's what I started doing. I have mentored, oh my gosh, hundreds and hundreds of yard card, flocker, yard reading business professionals. I just want to mention that out there. And I've seen people not do so well. I've seen people flourish, and that's a whole other conversation. But I wanted to just give you a little bit of background on who I am. And side note, I think that there's brand new people crushing this. I mean, we've got some of our members that started during the pandemic. Oh my gosh, y'all, if everybody had the success they're having, wow, just incredible. Okay, so my dog will probably be, this is the joys of working from home, right, y'all? Every one of you can appreciate that. So the dog will be coming to say hello sometimes. All right, so we've got that. We're going to go through a little bit of housekeeping now. And I will be reading because I do a little bit better with that. Okay, so here we go. Today, as we know, we're going to talk about booing, and we're going to talk about a lot of different strategies. We've got our giveaways, our discounts, some drawings, and we're going to talk about the Yard Card Association membership. And side note, I've already seen several people join, and I just want to say thank you so much for your support. We're going to get together a little bit later, and we'll get you, welcomed into our private Facebook group and get you all situated. In the meantime, let's do some housekeeping. All right, this is kind of that yucky stuff that nobody wants to talk about. That's okay. All of this content, everything here in the training is for informational purposes only. I'm not promising or guaranteeing that you're going to have any sort of results. You may do something that's great. You may do something that's not so great. If you spend $1 and nothing happens, I'm sorry, but that's not my responsibility. And unfortunately, I have to say this stuff, right? Also, the training and the materials that we have in here are confidential, and we do ask that you please do not reproduce and do not share. So basically, do not copy my stuff, okay? There's been a lot of copyright infringement happen in the last year, more than ever. So I am very serious about that because I see it happening nonstop. Okay, now for the drawings, we already know we're going to have some of those. There's going to be some people that can enter certain drawings, if that makes sense. We're going to have some that I call the free-for-all drawings, and then we're going to have some that are just for our new Yard Card Association members, people that have just signed up. And then we've got some bonuses as well. So here's what happens, though. Because we want to be fair and share the wealth, we are asking that once you win a prize, that you don't enter for any more, because we don't have enough prizes for 200 people, right? So, and then, we're going to do, we did one for subscribers to our email. We already did that one. If you already won, well, you don't know if you won on that one yet. But I'll let you know when we have our bigger prizes. If you do win one, just go ahead and just give it up for the future ones to let somebody else win. Because, we all got to be nice and fair, right? Okay, next up. There's no cash involved here. There's no exchanges, no transfers to anybody else, no substitutions unless a sponsor needs to do that, because we all know stuff happens. We have zero liability with any issues. That includes with shipping, damages, or anything like that. We are not responsible for any of that. Also, when it comes to any of the items that you're waiting on, please do not expect it by a certain date. I got to say that out there. I know a lot of people are looking for stuff the next day, and that is not going to be the case with our drawings. I'm just going to put that out there. Also, here's the big one. No complaining if you don't win your favorite prize. And stuff happens. So I would like to ask you to please be a good sport, and a nice human being. Give us some grace, have a little bit of patience, because things are not going to go perfectly. I'll just tell you that right now. It never does. But we've been working on this really hard, and we're doing our very best. So thank you very much for listening to all of that, because we got to say it, right? Y'all understand that completely. Okay, what do you all need to be doing? Okay, if you're watching this in the group, I think I already said this, you need to go up and give StreamYard permission, but I think everybody's figured that out by now. And then take notes. Once I get into this, I'm going to try to go fast because I'm watching the time. And then write down your questions. If you do have questions, here's what happens though. I'm not going to be able to stop and look at every comment, or this would go for 3 hours. And so I want to keep this going quickly. Write down your questions. And then one of the other things you can do, if you wait for just a minute and see if maybe your question gets answered. And then you can also, if you have a question that you really want to put in the chat, put a Q in front of it. Does that make sense? Because what'll happen is later on, I have several of my awesome members are here, and they're going to be helping collect those questions for me so that we can work on them later, right? Okay, so we've got that going on. Write those down. What I think we're going to do, because I do want to be respectful of our time. We were going to have just a really long, big, single live boo workshop. However, the more and more I add to it, I was like, maybe we shouldn't do that. I had a mixed vote between people who said do a really long one or do, break it up. So I'm going to see where I get to today. I'm going to try to just blow through it really quick, but we're going to definitely have a separate Q&A where everybody can come back together, whoever wants to be there, or you can submit your questions even if you can't be there. And then we'll talk about that because I think that'll be a nice way to split it. We're also going to go over some specific boo bag, treat bag, boo bucket, treat bag ideas. I've actually already been out scouring stores and took photos and all that good stuff. Phew, I'm tired. Anybody else tired? Next thing, I'm going to be screen sharing. And when that happens, there is about a 10-second delay between when I talk and when it shows up to you. Okay, so with that, if I am looking at the comments, just know that there's a little bit of a delay there. And fingers crossed that I have the kinks worked out. Every time I do any sort of live stream, I try to practice, but then sometimes stuff happens, y'all. Okay, next up, I want to just tell you all, do you know who our sponsors are? We have the best sponsors ever. We've got 6 sponsors who stepped up. Now, first of all, number 1 is the Yard Card Association. So I think you know that one. Our premier sponsor is Victory Store. Victory came in and they're just so kind to us. They've always been kind to us. And I just want to give a big shout out to every sponsor. But Victory is our premier sponsor. And then we have the lovely Kim and Nikki over at Epic Print Concepts. And we have Christina and Brian over at Joyful Designs. They're a new sponsor to us. And so it's been fun getting to see their work. Oh my gosh, they're just so nice. And they have 4 kids. Okay, then we, of course, have Dustin with Yard Card Depot. And we've got, I think it's Mark and Sonia with 11th Street Designs. They're brand new. I'm looking forward to, I've seen some of their work just by reputation. It looks wonderful. And then let's see, I think that's it. So what we are going to do next is dive in. So are you ready? 1 drink of water real quick. Everybody get a drink, whatever you need to do real quick. Okay, let's go do it. What is booing? Okay, booing is really simple. I've had a lot of people ask me what booing actually is. Booing started a number of years ago, and it started because neighbors wanted to do something fun, a little something fun for other neighbors. And so they got together. There's always lots of little Halloween knickknacks and candies and little trinkets. And they put them in a bucket or a bag and they ding dong ditched another neighbor. If you don't know what ding dong ditched is, you probably do, but you sneak up to somebody's door, you leave the goodie. In this case, it's good goodies, not bad goodies. You ring the doorbell, hypothetically, and then you run. And so then it's an anonymous surprise. So what's happened there is then it was like, oh, cool. Well, then more neighbors started doing it. But then a lot of neighbors would get booed over and over. And then some neighbors would get left out. And so, you've got kids and they see the other kids getting it. So that wasn't very fun for everybody. So then they started printing out a card, a flyer, just literally a piece of paper that says, we've been booed. And let me backtrack for just a second. When you would leave your boo bucket, there would be a card also at that point that would say, hey, you've been booed. And now pass it on. And there'd be instructions on what to do, to make your own boo bucket and then make a copy of that card and then do it within 2 days so that it keeps spreading. So anyway, fast forward now, well, back in the day even, they started using a we've been booed sign to put in their window so that people that have already been booed didn't get booed again, to make way so that other neighbors could get booed. Now, does that mean it works perfectly? No, not at all. But it at least helps other neighbors know, okay, they've already been booed. Let's go over here to this other house where we know there's kids and make sure that they get included. Phew. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody? I think everybody knows what that is. Next up, how did we go from booing to boo yard cards? Let me just basically say a boo yard card is just a smaller display package. And so with that, It's like a regular order, except it's typically going to be cheaper, smaller, and include a goodie bag. But it's really fun, and it's a great way to market it because it's a theme, right? It's a seasonal theme that you're going to do. Typically, people don't leave the signs out as long, but that completely depends on you. Some people only leave signs out for a few hours anyway, all based on how you do it. Okay, next up, should you boo? To boo or not to boo? That is the question. I get this question a lot, and everybody thinks it should be an automatic yes, right? I'm here to tell you it's not an automatic yes. And I'm going to actually look up one of my very smart, very wise members. I was asking who's booing, who's not booing. And I want to tell you what she said. So I just looked that up. She said, it's not financially beneficial enough because she always has full priced orders, and she would rather have the full priced orders. And she's in a rural area. And so between gas prices and time, it's not the right financial decision for her. And so that's just something I want you to think about as we move forward. Now, there's other people that it might be against your religious beliefs. It might be if you're in certain communities and it is really frowned upon, you've got to make that decision as to whether it's something you want to put out there with your company, if it's going to give your company a bad reputation, quite frankly. I don't think that that's the case in most places, but you get to make that decision yourself. The other thing is, do you have the time for it? If a lot of us have kids, and I will tell you, mine are 22 and 20 now, and there is no way I would have spent the time doing this when my kids were younger. I mean, and that goes up through high school. The amount of time I want to be the one out there trick-or-treating with them, right? But even before that, I never did give up family time in the evenings in order to go do things like that. Certainly, I'm not a proponent of it if you're not going to make some money off of it. So there's that. The other thing is your budget. You got to look at your budget. So I did a Facebook Live back, I think it was on Monday. It was a previous training, and we went through some of the things for you to think about. So make sure you look at that, because, hold on, let me go back to my notes. Some of the things that we talked about was what your goal is. Do you have a goal with it? Typically, and hopefully it's a financial goal. So you need to set that number, and don't go with the whole, oh, we'll hope we do well and see what we get. That's not a goal. That's a pipe dream. Okay. If you're going to be a sound business owner, you need to set concrete goals. And I know some of you that are on here are absolutely crushing it, and you know the importance of goal setting and milestones, setting the milestones, and then acknowledging when you achieve those things, right? And then moving on. So know what your goal is. And then if your goal is advertising, I do want to just say that be careful on that. One of the things that can happen is that you can spend all this money because you can say, hey, it's for advertising, and it may not be quite the right way that you want to spend your dollars on advertising. Because think about it this way. If you could spend that same amount of money building up your all occasion inventory and doing some traditional marketing, maybe that's a better strategy for you versus spending a few $100s on Halloween signs. You also probably have some inventory you could use. So I just want you to think about it for that as well. Okay. My Facebook Live that I did recently about this, we talked about knowing your budget, knowing your service area, and knowing your pricing. So I'll touch on that for just a second. So for your budget, how much do you want to budget? Don't just go and go, I'll just buy a little bit. No, you're going to work yourself into the ground and not make a dollar or not make enough dollars. And you've seen people going out of business left and right. So be strategic with your budget. With that, include what you might want to spend on new inventory, and then supply, spend on your boo buckets. And we'll go over that. Anything that is related to it, get your budget together. And that's for business in general, but we're talking about booing right now. Okay. Your service area. Now, this is going to be a smaller service area, because if you're the one driving 50 miles away, you better not be doing this for a $50 boo, because if so, we need to have a talk. And in that case, you're not going to like what I have to say. Typically, you're going to want to do your super local areas, because if you're charging less, you don't want to be going further out, right? So here's how that works. Let's say you live like, okay, you know what? Let me just say this. A lot of people talk about their delivery areas based on a distance, like a mileage radius, like, oh, 10 miles, 20 miles, what have you. When you look at booing, look at how much time it takes. And quite frankly, that's how I do it for everything, for all of our pricing. But look at how much time it's going to take. If it takes you 20 minutes to go 5 miles, maybe you don't want to boo in a 20-mile radius, right? Your time is so valuable, and you want to work smarter, not harder, right? Okay, so in my case, I'll give you an example. Like I said, I'm in Houston. Even though I'm in a suburb, it takes 12 to 15 minutes to go 3 miles to get to the highway. There's no way I would just go and say, oh, well, I'll deliver 20 miles and it's $75. No, and I certainly wouldn't do booze for that far out, because your time is so important. So think about that. And then pricing. I want you to look at what your average ticket price has been in the last 6 months. If you haven't been in business 6 months, look at whatever dates you want to. Do you know how to come up with your average ticket price? That's going to be take your revenue and then take your number of orders. So your revenue is going to be your gross sales. That's before any expenses come out. So let's say somebody pays you $100. You're going to have other expenses, but your rental prices. So add all those up together, and that's your gross revenue. So let's say that's $10,000 in a 6-month period. And in that same time period, you had 100 orders. So $10,000 and 100 orders. That means your average ticket price is $100. You can go back and write that down if you don't already know that, because that's important to know. So then that's going to help you decide what to set your boo prices at, because like I've said, you don't want to be working for free. Now, we're going to move into 3 different ways to boo. Are you ready? What do y'all think so far? Give me some comments here. If you're watching this on the replay, I still want to hear your comments. I love reading these in the later on, right? Okay, so the 3 ways you can boo, and y'all tell me if you've got more, please. We've got our traditional neighborhoods, we've got festivals, and we've got photo ops. And one of them that I should have written in there is to do fundraisers with it. But quite frankly, when you do fundraisers, you're already discounting this because it's a small seasonal promo. And then when you do a fundraiser, you're giving part of the money back. So I'm not a big fan of doing the promotions for seasonal things that you're already discounting. So, okay, neighborhoods. Set up what neighborhoods you want to be in, your most desired ones, the ones where you're like, ooh, I want more orders in this neighborhood. Those are really good. One thing that you can do is you can set up certain nights. You're going to say you're going to be at XYZ neighborhood on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And then you're going to be at neighborhoods ABC on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And if you start grouping them together, then you can get people going, ooh, well, I better get in on that. And you're creating some urgency and some scarcity. So I hope that makes sense. When it comes to pricing for those, I really, really am a fan of starting at around $40, and it depends on what you're going to do. Now, you might be in a rural area. This is why you need to look at what your typical average ticket price is. And if it's $50 for a big, massive package, $40 is not going to work for you probably. But I want you to reassess what your pricing is, because I don't want you working for free. It's so important. Okay. We're going to get to next up is festivals. So there's already festivals being planned and out there. Look at working with the festival event coordinators about doing either photo ops or even just doing free advertising for them, and you're a sponsor. Now, next up, I want to talk about the photo ops. You can do those where you set up, whether it's at a park, you could do it at a school as a fundraiser. Oh, and Karen, thank you so much for mentioning that actually. Then you can just assign different times. And there's a couple of ways to do it. You don't even have to do it. You can just say you're going to be there from noon to 4. And people that come, if you're going to charge, you can do it for $10. You can work with a photographer if you want to work out a package that way. Some people like to do this where it's just them giving back to the community. If you do that, make sure you already have the inventory, that you're not going to be out money if you're doing that, okay? What I've seen a number of people do is actually block off scheduled time. So they'll do 10-minute blocks of time, and they'll do it on, let's say, these specific 3 days where it includes the weekends. So that's something you can do. And on those, what I've seen as a popular amount has been $10 for a photo op. So that's something to think about. If you're doing it somewhere publicly, you do need to get legal permission because technically it's trespassing. So that's when you can coordinate with a business. If you can't get permission from like your city in a park, maybe you can go to your neighborhood, and if you have an HOA, ask them. If you don't, even better. But just go to a business. We've got boutiques, we've got cafes and bakeries, people, florists. There's going to be businesses out there that would love to have you set up for them. Okay, next up, y'all. Woo, it's hot in here. We covered that. Next up is advertising. Where's the easiest place to advertise? It's your existing audience. So I hope everybody has a Facebook page. In fact, let me know in the comments, do you have a business Facebook page? This isn't a group. This isn't your personal page. This is your professional business. Say yes if you have a business page. And I hope you do. If you do not, please go create one this weekend. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just gets you started. So for everybody that does have, let's assume everybody has a business page. Oh, I love seeing everybody that's got these. Thank goodness. This is the best thing to do because right now it's free. We don't pay Facebook to be on it as a business, right? If you advertise with paid ads, you do. But they allow us to be here, even though there's a whole bunch of restrictions and they drive me crazy. They allow us to be here with a free account for our business. Did you know video is king? So the best thing you can do is to be consistent on your social media. Get on there with your Facebook and do video, do photos. Let them see the behind the scenes. This isn't just for booing. This is for your business in general, but it certainly works for booing. Get it out there. If you don't have a paid audience yet, that's okay. That's what social media is for. It's a whole bunch of free audience members that are future customers, but you're also looking to reach your current customers because they are your lifeline. They are your bread and butter and the people you should take care of the most because they've already shown you they love your business. So some of the things you can do there, simple. If you've got your inventory, you go out and you stage it. And then maybe you can get a couple of kids from the neighborhood or your own kids, get them out there and get them excited. And I can tell you, it gets people excited when they feel that energy. Now, side note on that, do not use copyrighted music when you're doing any of these videos. That's super important because you will get turned in. You might not get turned in the first time, but it's not worth it. It's just not worth it to do that. Now, the other thing you can do, you can target, you can boost some ads, and those are really great things to do. But in the beginning, literally start with getting some of those posts up there, getting those photos. They don't have to be perfect, but I will tell you, good photos they're just a lot more impactful. Try to get it with some good light. Edit your photos so that it's got the right lighting to it. When you're taking the photos for Facebook or for anywhere for that matter, I don't have any examples on me. Don't put your signs at the very bottom of a photo because then it gets cut off, right? Think about it. You want your signs to be the focal point and they should be in the middle. If you were to go and put a photo frame around them, would your signs get cut off? You want people's eyes. They always go straight to the middle. So anyway, we've got that. The other thing you can do once you have this, there's a lot of Facebook Facebook groups out there. And hopefully you already know your local groups, your mom's groups, your neighborhood groups. Connect with, again, local businesses. You've got your boutiques and your bakeries and your florists. This is old school marketing for that part. But now with social media, you can come together and do that. I got started because I teamed up with a florist. And quite frankly, she just wanted to help me. And that really started my business from the ground up. Let's see what else. Oh, your current customers. How about you reach out to them and say, hey, I'm going to be doing this booing campaign, and I'm wondering if I could put you down for XYZ date. I would love to help surprise your kids or your grandkids or whomever. When you reach out to them, they're going to be like, oh, that was nice of them to think of you. And again, they're the people that already love you, right? So that, and whenever you're starting to get new orders come in, ask if they want to add on a boo order. If you think about that, if you're taking these orders, you know where you're going. If it's somewhere you don't really want to go deliver to, don't offer the add-on. If it's somebody you're like, ooh, I really like this neighborhood, it's 10 minutes away, you'd be like, hey, you know what? Let's do a special and can we add on a boo for you? It's only, and give them a deal, right? You don't have to give them a big, huge financial discount, but you could add in a perk, something like that. Let's see. What else? We're going to keep moving on. Did I mention donating to local businesses? I think so. It's such an important thing to do. You might even have like a local Halloween shop someplace. We have Party City and Spirit, but none of them have grass anywhere near. So I'm not sure how great they would be for actually showing off the signs. Okay, next up, we're going to talk just for a couple minutes about treat bags. I took some photos. I did these last year. I did them just yesterday. But bottom line, we're going to do a more detailed training on these just so we can talk about it and we can show you more examples. If you've done this in the past, that's something that I want to get with you and get the photos. Oh my gosh, Brandy, you are so right. You are so smart. Yes. Nowadays, we have these popular stands. I'm going back for a second. That is a great idea to work with some of these businesses and do your Halloween signs on these stands. The one thing I would caution everybody on, someplace like Party City may not want to do it because they now sell yard signs, right? But they might because they sell a whole bunch of things. But it's to make sure it really will not cause harm to their customers, because you cannot expect people to not go touch your signs if you're doing them at a business. Don't even go that route if you really think you can put a do not touch sign and nobody's going to touch it. Somebody stumbles, guess who's liable? That's not just that's for any of these, but you put it out there to business where they're going to be in the area, you're liable, and you're going to have more opportunity for them to get hurt. So there's ways you could do that. And, we can talk about that a little bit more in depth, but I'm going to keep going because I want to be mindful of our time. Okay. Oh, and when it comes to stands, there's a number of suppliers nowadays, and I'll see if we can work on that. I know a few of them. Victory has some great stands. And let's see. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to keep going because if I start reading comments, I'm going to definitely go down the rabbit hole. Now, when it comes to your treat bags, we have a Dollar Tree. There's Family Dollar. There's Dollar General. But I'll tell you, the Dollar Tree is $1, right? And then we've got Oriental Trading. I bet everybody here is familiar with Oriental Trading. When it comes to some of these items, you're looking at the per unit cost. So let's say you buy a bag of stamps, like little mini stamps that you put like on your hand. I don't know what those are called, mini stampers. If you get 6 of those for $1, then let's say I got to do math easy. If you get 4 of those for $1, those are 25 cents each. So you want to break down all of your costs and make sure, please don't go over $5. And $5 at your unit cost should be you're going to charge for that. I really am a fan of really $3 to $4. If you're doing premium rental packages, then that's where you can add more wow for your value. Let's see. Some of the things that I have found that are really great have been obviously candy, little baby slinkies, the mini stampers, mini notepads, mini pens, pencils, bubbles. There'll be little bitty bubble bucket things now, containers, glow bracelets, mini plush, mini bouncy balls, army men, parachute men, plastic bracelets. Here's a couple. Halloween, McDonald's Halloween coupons, the little mini coloring and activity books, bingo games. There's so many things. The one thing I do want to say on that is glow stuff is expensive. So that would probably be better if you're doing the higher end bags where you're charging more for the entire package. Also, let's see, dollar store. I said that. Oriental Trading, Walmart, they have a dollar section. I hope you're not going to go buy stuff and it's really going to be, well, I bought 2 things and it was $2 and now there's not a lot of money left. The container itself, if you go buy the buckets, they're $1. And so that might be the big thing. Now, the other thing I want to give you all a warning about, hold on, where's my warnings? We've got kids with allergies, and not just kids, quite frankly. Anybody in the household could have allergies. And also, look out for the items that you buy that have choking hazards. I do not have itty bitties anymore, but this is something I've always been very careful about. So you're going to need some goodies that are also available for kids under 3. So when you're talking to a customer, regardless of whether they're typically going to be booing somebody else, right? You need to find out what ages the kids are, if there's more than one, and if there's any allergies. And I would flat out ask them, is it okay if we bring candy? Because, you don't want to go and risk it there. And when it comes to the containers, of course, you've got the plastic bag, but you can also do, I think I saw yesterday 8 paper bags for $1. That's pretty good. And they're not just a lunch bag, but they're really cute paper bags. They're sized like wow, I wish I had one in front of me. But 8 for $1, and then it doesn't take a lot to actually fill it up. And that's the other thing is pick your container first, because don't do what I did. I've bought all this great stuff and then it doesn't fit in the bag. I'm like, oh, great. Now I got to start over. And as it gets closer and closer to mid-October, you're not going to just be able to go out and buy some extra stuff because stuff gets picked over. Okay, one more caution. Who here has heard of boozled? You've been boozled, or let's get lit. Does anybody know what those are? Let's get boozled. You've been boozled. Let's get lit. Well, you can probably figure it out. It's related to alcohol, and for the adults, typically for the women. Let me caution you about that. Yeah, boozed. Thank you, Allie. Thank you. Booze, boozled. I've been seeing both of those. Let's get lit. Those are so much fun, and I love the designs that come out with it. I see a lot of stuff. It's not just for signs now. I see different bags, and I've seen lots of shirts with bling shirts on them. They're fun. Keep those for yourself personally. Here's the thing. If you go and decide you're going to put any sort of alcohol in a goodie bag and leave it at somebody's store, would you like that if your kids found it or if your neighbor kids found it? Probably not. And not only would that not be good, guess who's liable if something happens? You're liable. Even if you've got the best insurance in the world, that is just not the thing you want to go down the rabbit hole to do. So I just want you to think about that. I know last year there were some vendors who decided this was like the coolest thing ever, and it's so much fun. If it was for yourself and your girlfriend, that'd be great. But just be careful. I ask you and implore, because I don't want anybody getting in some big trouble because of that. Okay, so we all know what you've been boozled and you've been boozed. Thank you very much. Yes, you can do a gift card. Yes, well, Linda, exactly. Gift cards would be a good idea. The thing, the challenge with gift cards, quite frankly, is if those get stolen, that's like money. And then you've got your customer that's upset. They're like, well, I left it there. I paid you for it. You left it there, but then it disappeared. And so I like to look at those things and think, well, you know, is that really worth it or not? Right. Exactly, Jen. Thank you. You cannot sell alcohol unless you have a liquor license. Exactly. And that, I mean, and I know nowadays we have Fiverr, or not Fiverr, DoorDash and Uber and Lyft, and there's different companies doing it different ways. But unless you're going to go down that rabbit hole and get whatever licensing you need, y'all, it's just not worth it. So there's just my take on that. And I really don't want to see anybody get in trouble for it. Whew, okay, time for another drink. Who else is ready? Speaking, this is water, y'all. This is not boozing. Just in case anybody's wondering. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about some fun stuff. Marketing materials. I don't know what y'all have, but there's a couple of specific things you're going to need for your booing. You're going to need, one, you're going to need a sales ad for your Facebook posts, right? And we're going to work on that. We're not going to look at those right now because I'm trying to keep this quicker and not go too terribly long. And then you need the You've Been Booed that you're going to put in the what I call a leave behind bag. It's your leave behind card. So you want to give them the You've Been Booed that says, hey, this boo's been sent to you and blah, blah, blah. But then you're also going to leave them the flyer to put in their window that says, we've been booed. So those are really fun. We've got free printables for you if you're interested. I do not have that to show right now, but what I will do is I have last year's. I can show you later on. I won't do it on the live stream because it's just, we're going to run out of time. But we have that. And then we have, oh yeah, who's seen the scratch off cards? Oh gosh, did I bring them up here? Have y'all seen our scratch off cards? Sorry, this has got a glare on it. Well, I left my, the ones I had ready for you, but basically, let me show this to you real quick. These scratch off cards are the best, one of the most fun marketing things you can do. Let me show them to you right now. And I apologize, I left the one that I had pre-done. Okay, you see this? Let me know if y'all can see this. So what we've got here, so we've got a scratch off card right here. It's where you write your price. It could be $10 off your next order. It could be $5 off. It could be anything. And then we've got these special stickers. And these are not just regular stickers. They're scratch off stickers. So you put that in there and then you can leave it with the goodie bag, right? With the treat bag. There is a video I did with this, I don't know, a few days ago, previously, where you can see what that looks like. And so just look for that. So who wants to do a drawing for some? We're going to give away a 20 pack of the Halloween scratch cards. Anybody? Oh, now, Brandy, they don't want to go on Amazon. They want to get them from me. That's one thing I want to just ask y'all. I would much prefer everybody. It really helps support me when you use our referral links. And so it makes me very grateful because it shows your support for me. And so I will definitely give you all those links. I don't have that one pulled up right this second because, well, we're doing this. So if you are interested in the scratch offs to purchase, will you all do me a favor and get them through me? I get a very small commission, but it is not passed on to you. It's just something that the company does just to say thank you for me showing it to my audience. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. It's time for me to try sharing my screen. Hang tight, everybody. This is when it can get a little crazy. Hold on, everybody. This should be interesting. Remember, there's a 10-second pause. Okay. Okay, I am starting to share my screen, hopefully. Let's find out. Here's what we're going to do. Hold on one second. Okay. If you would like to enter to win a 20-pack of scratch-off cards, enter hashtag Boo Scratch. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. Guess what? It wasn't working. So hold on one second. Is it working? Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to scroll back over. I guess it's working. So it's hashtag Boo Scratch, all one word, because it's a computer that puts it all together. So I'm going to go back over there because it's still collecting them, y'all. Let's see. Oh, it's still going. So I'm checking on my phone just so y'all know, and it's not showing me that we're here. And so I'm doing this a little blind, and I appreciate your help on that. And Lori, if you happen to, let's see, if you could possibly message me and let me know if this is showing up. The screen I'm on right now is showing, let's see here. Now here we go. Gotta love this. Are y'all laughing at me yet? Probably. That's okay. Okay, here we are. Is it showing up that says hashtag Boo Scratch? And then there's a blue button in the middle that says draw. That's what I'm hoping. I told y'all technology sometimes is a little crazy. Okay, so I'm going to try to check somewhere because I really cannot see. Okay, I'm going to assume it's showing up, and we're going to let it go for just a second. All right, we've got 78. Thank you, Lori. We've got 78 entries. 79. Can y'all see that? 79. Oh, we have 80. All right, I'm going to give it 5 more seconds, and then we're going to stop, and we're going to draw. Are y'all ready? I hope so. I think this is fun. This is the first electronic giveaway I'm doing. So we have 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready or not? Here we go. This is pretty fun. And the winner is Gemma Rodriguez. Woohoo! Okay, Gemma, congratulations. What we want to do at this point, if you could please, we'll need you to go into the chat here, into the comments, and leave your name, your email address, and then that you won a 20-pack of scratch-offs. And then also, if you would please email us at info@yardcardbusiness.com. And Lori is going to put the email address in the comments so that you can go ahead and send that over to us. If we don't have people's information, unfortunately, we'll have to go on to more people, right? Okay, so what do y'all think? Should we do it again? Should we do a second one? Yes? Okay, we're going to do a second one. We'll see if this works. We're going to draw again. Here we go. Round number 2, everybody. I need a drum roll right now, right? Or some Jeopardy music. Julianne, I can't pronounce your last name or I'm going to slaughter it. Hordardo? Woohoo! All right. Congratulations. All right. So we've got 2 lovely winners. Congratulations, Julianne. Make sure that you get your contact information over in the comments, and then also email us. We need your name. When you're emailing, we need your name, your email address, your actual address, and tell us that you want a 20-pack of scratch-off cards. Okay? All right. What do y'all think about that? Was that kind of fun? I think that's pretty fun. Okay, I'm going to stop that now. We're going to head back over. Okay, I think that took a little bit longer than I was expecting to, but so I appreciate your patience, everybody. Okay, so I thought that was pretty cool too. It's the first time I've done it that way, and so it's really fun. So side note, anytime that if you win a prize, I need to get, I still need you to include your name, even though it seems redundant. Your name, your email address, the prize you won. If it's something that we're sending to you, we need your actual address and your phone number, and then whatever the prize is as well. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. Thanks for being my guinea pigs with this. That was just really the best way of doing this, I thought. So we've got that, and yeah, I think that's we're going to do a couple more giveaways that way. The way that I did that, so Lori just messaged me and said a lot of people want to know how to do that. I use a third-party software called StreamYard, and that lets me do this online. And so it's kind of cool. Okay, so Allie, let me answer that for you. You can actually only enter once. So if somebody were to spam it and put the hashtag 20 times, the software knows and it only enters it once. And that's actually part of why I like that. Julianne, so for that, if you would put so for the comments, if you would mind putting in your name, your email, and that you won a 20-pack of scratch-off cards, but then email us, because we don't want you to have to put your actual physical address in here. And so that'll be two different things. So yes, Patricia, it's StreamYard. And it's, Kristen, I don't think it has to be in all caps. I just did that because it stuck out more. Let's see. Where are we entering? Patty, we just had the giveaway. That was for the scratch-off cards. Brandy, I don't think it needs to be in caps. You know what we're going to do? We're gonna try that out another time. Okay, so now Jill, you didn't use caps. Okay, I think it's not case sensitive. How much did the yard cards cost? I think it was $30, and it was a 50 pack. So just to kind of give that, but I'm going to put that link. Just hang tight with me, please, y'all. And then I don't want to make this go. We've still got a ways to go. And we've already been working on this for 45 minutes. So I will post that link for the scratch offs. There's more. Let me show you. Okay, members, side note, this is one I'm going to be giving away to you all. If you can see this. Thanks a whole bunch with the donut. I have a thing about donuts, y'all. Isn't that funny? Isn't that cute? And then we had some school ones. I don't know if y'all can see those. Does anybody still have back to school to do? If you do, maybe we can do some giveaways with that. And then I shouldn't be showing y'all these, but we're going to do something coming up in October, November. We have, can y'all see those? Scratch my belly to win. I know that one just made me laugh. I had to get it, just spontaneous, right? Okay. Guess what? It's time for water. And then we're going to move in to one more thing. The rest of this is like, hopefully going to be fun. Okay. We're going to do some more giveaways at the end, by the way, just FYI. Okay. So Erica, you all have back to school still to go? Okay. We'll see if we have some more people. Maybe we'll do some sort of special promo for the back to schoolers that are still coming up. Next up, we are going to talk about the Yard Card Association membership, what it means, and to see whether you're a right fit for it, right? We know we're not the right organization for everybody. We still, there's not a one size fits all for any group, right? Whether you're in school, with your family, isn't that funny? That's a whole other thing. But so we want to show you what we're about, because like I said, I've been doing this for over 20 years. And some of my wonderful members are here, and they're so, so sweet. Most of my members are founding members because they've been here and they've stayed. We've had a few members drop off, but 99% of them, it's because they closed their businesses. So I just want to put that out there, just so you know. So if you see any scammers or trollers here, give me just a second. I'm going to block a user Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Not used to seeing that happen. Thank you very much, Allie. It happens every time, and I don't know how people even find our page because we're just, we're a small niche. Anyway, back to it, right? Let's see. I'm going to try to block them again because they keep coming up. Okay, here we go. Thank y'all very much for being so helpful with that. It really does make a difference. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to just do a 30-second telling you about the membership. And then if y'all have, let's see, I was going to say questions, but I really don't want to keep all your time. Hold on. Give me a second. We're working on it. Okay. Sneak peeks, right? So overall, there's a whole bunch of different things you can get. And Lori, if you will put a link to the Yard Card Association page, to the Become a Member page, that would be so great. And, let me just tell you, if I've got members here, they can probably just put in the comments anything you want to know, because that's really important. But a lot of what we do is a lot of different trainings. We've got master classes and everything from Facebook ads to marketing foundations, bookkeeping. We go through the gamut, and then we listen to what you're looking for. There's some months that people are like, I am just too busy. I just want to get together and decompress. And we always have a monthly meetup. I do some small business coaching sometimes if people want, like where not everybody can be in the hot seat if we have 50 people, but we'll do some small business coaching, small group coaching, excuse me. And then sometimes we'll just do informal Q&A sessions. Sometimes we just get together and I laugh because it's kind of like, you wouldn't believe what happened last month, or let's talk about what happened at graduation. And we kind of do debriefs, and that's really fun. We also go through and talk about our planning and what we want to do. When we were coming into graduation season, I did a huge training on preparing for quarter 2. And that included, setting up your marketing organization, your social media calendar. It was really intense, right? But come June, July, everybody's exhausted. And so in the summertime, we're all just sort of trying to catch our breath, but we really enjoy getting together then more as a social thing. With that, let me just tell you, we have a private member library, and that's really fun because everything's there. You have your own username and password. It's all yours. It's your home. We have an app. We have a member app, which is really fun because most of us are on the go. And so when you want to access something or listen to a training, you don't have to sit down at your computer and do that. You can just, pull your earbuds out and listen. Sometimes you need to watch them, but a lot of the trainings you can just listen to. Okay. Social media graphics. One of the things that we're going to do again this year is we're going to do some monthly calendars so that, such as for booing, you can show off your October schedule of what dates you're sold out of booing. And, some of our members have gone on to do that for every month for different occasions. We do it for Elfing too, if somebody does that in December. So that's really fun to do. And then, of course, you can see where we do different printables like this, right? That we've already been talking about me offering for free. And then we do some social media posts. And there was a time when people didn't really care for those. They were like, yeah, it's fine, but we're not really using them. And so then we kind of discontinued them. But then we've had a big surge of people wanting them again. So we just started recreating them again. So we do try to listen to you on that. We have an inventory template that's in Excel or Google Sheets. We've got contracts in there. If you have a team, like an independent contractor working for you, we have a legal agreement for that. Let's see, we've got access for you to a privacy policy for your website and some other legal stuff that you need. There's a lot of different things, so I could go on and on and on and on. We have a really cool member badge. Bookkeeping advice from a certified QuickBooks advisor. And that's important, y'all. We all need to keep up with our numbers. As boring as it is, it's one of the most important things we can do. Now, with that, I had a couple people ask me about if they get access to anything in the past. Yes, you get all access. So anything that's happened in the past, there you go. You'll get that too. So let's see. What did I kind of just tried to blow through this really quickly. Let me show you. Oh, this is our sweet Janice. She left me a very nice testimonial Y'all read that. She's so sweet. Okay. Now then, if you decide you want to join, we have 3 plans. We have our 12-month, which is what we've had for a while now, and it's $247 for the year. So that averages out to $20 a month. You do prepay for these for whatever program you go to. Let's see. Oh, and then there's Brandy. She just left me this. It was so sweet. Y'all would just love her. And she's got little ones that she juggles too. Then we have our 6-month plan, $140 for 6 months. Again, you pay up front, but then it renews at the end of that 6 months. And then, oh yeah, Kelly was so sweet. I swear, I appreciate every single one of our members so much. And then we have the monthly. This is brand new. We just debuted our monthly plan. We've never done this before because, quite frankly, people need more than a single month to get anything out of this. You know, you get in there, you might miss the 1 monthly Zoom because you're busy. And then you're like, well, I didn't get much out of that. And so I do think you really need to at least commit to a 3-month membership just within yourself if you're going to join. But of course, that's totally up to you. So that's $25 a month. And that renews every month as well. Okay. Oh yeah, here's our member badge. How cute is that? I did not design that, by the way, but it is so, so cute. I do a little bit of business coaching still. I used to do a lot of it, but you know, I love working with our members more more as a group. And so what you'll do there, I did not mean to just stop that. Did I stop my screen? I think I did. I did. That's okay. So when you go back to that page, all you need to do is just click on which plan works for you, and it's going to take you through the process of signing up. And so we've got the $25 a month package, which is month to month. We've got the 6-month plan, which is $140, and we've got the 12-month plan that is $247. With the 2 plans, the 6-month and the 12-month, you also get a bonus, if you would like, of a free website audit. That is normally $125 service that I do. And so those are really, really nice to do. Let's see. What else? Let's see. Let me keep going here. I think that was it for all of that. We are going to have some drawings that are going to be specifically for our members. And then we'll have, well, what I call free-for-all drawings. And we're about to that. The next thing I'm going to do is show you some of the sponsors, okay? Are you ready? I'm going to share again. Here we go. I'm going to try this. Sharing again. This is so cool to have the technology to do this. Okay, here we go. Oh yes, we're back here on the membership page. If you're ready to join, literally just scroll down and you click, let's say, join now. And it's going to walk you through the process. That was actually a typo. I'm sorry, it's 247. I don't even think that's the right one. I don't know. So anyway, you go through here. You got your 6-month and your monthly. So 6 months has been the most popular since we introduced it. It's really great just to have. I don't know why those links aren't working. So if your link doesn't work, let me know and we'll get the right link out to you because technology, y'all. Okay, we're going to move into our premier sponsor, which is Victory Store. And we put the links in here. Lori's going to post the link. This is Victory. We all know Victory. And then we're going to go through real quick. We're going to kind of expedite our time. We've got Epic. Look how cute this Epic stuff is. I just love Kim and Nikki. I love all of our sponsors, really. I happen to personally know them. Okay, so Brian and Christina over at Joyful Designs. Y'all, look at these. Look how cute these sets are. I love these. I think they're super cute. I like their style. I like that so many companies have their own unique style about them. Okay, so then our brand new one is 11th Street Design. And look at these. These are really cool too. You see this one? I'm doing this out of order, but guess what that just might be? Wonder what that might be for somebody. Any guesses? Okay, and then of course we have our friends at Yard Card Depot. And then you just go in. I did a search for Halloween, and this is what we have here. So we're going to go back into, hang tight. Hold on. I'm going to show you the prizes. Are you all ready for that? Y'all want to see the prizes? I am going to assume yes. Okay. So Victory Store, I'm going to show you. Well, first of all, they have 4 brand new products that they have not even shown anybody yet, right? So they now have shown me and they've shared it with me. And so these are going to be available next week, next Wednesday, and they are going to go on a BOGO, buy one, get one free sale. So let me show you those from Victory. Can y'all see this one? It says trick or treat. I'm hoping y'all can see these. Then we have Boo Witches. I'm not sure what to call that, but Boo Witches is what I'm calling it. Okay. And then we have, hang on, everybody. Did I just do that one? No, this is another cute one. Look at the lime green in there. There's that one. I'm hoping y'all can see these. And let's see. And then, oh, I just showed you that one. All right, well, I'll tell you there's a 4th. Oh, here it is. Sorry. These are all so little, it's hard to see. I love this one too. So I don't know which one's your favorite. I think they're all adorable, but all 4 of these will be available next week for their buy one, get one that starts on Wednesday. So they have not announced this and shown any of this to anybody else. So that's why I want to make sure you all get a chance to see them. What do y'all think? Which one is your favorite? We've got the Boo and the skeletons. We've got the slime lime. We've got the witches, Boo Witches. I'm going to just start closing these. And then the trick or treat. Okay, so we have those. I'm going to be there. One of those is going to be for our giveaway. So I'm going to move on though. I want to show you the other thing. So Epic, our friends Kim and Nikki, this is what they're going to give away as the freebie to one lucky person. This is what it looks like in a yard. Isn't that cute? I absolutely love that. Then we have 11th Street. Actually, I'm sorry, we're doing Joyful Designs first. Check that out. Look at the beautiful colors on that. I can't go too much deeper, but I love this color. It's nice and different. And it's definitely, Christina and Brian have a specialty style that I think really sets their stuff apart. And then we have 11th Street. And check out this. Isn't this a really cool design? One thing I want you to note on there. Okay, these are really big, right? It says it measures 6 feet wide when it's assembled. That's huge. You're getting 2 of these. So you'll be able to set up 2 boos with this set. So I think that's really cool. And I think it's going to look really amazing in somebody's yard. So that's going to be one of them right there. And then Yard Card Depot is doing something where you get to pick what you want. And so there's a $50 gift card that we're going to give away from Yard Card Depot. So that's pretty cool too, right? Okay, and then what else? I think, I already showed you our pricing, but in case that's simpler for anybody to see, that's the breakdown. And I'm sorry that some of those links were kind of wonky. So if you leave your info below, I can get in contact with you and I can get you the right links for signing up. I apologize for those links being wonky. There had to be something go wrong. All right, so hold on. We are going to, trying to come back to y'all. I got to tell you, sometimes this works. Sometimes it doesn't. I'm working on it, y'all. Okay, we are almost done. So I appreciate your patience. What do you think we should do next? Anybody up for, I don't know, some drawings? Maybe? Any takers? Okay. Oh, thank you. I hope you like those. I hope you like those giveaways. I think they're phenomenal. And like I said, it's around $1,000 once I tallied everything up. So I was like, wow. And then we have some other people that, you know, if we were doing this a little bit later in the month or early September, we would have actually had some other sponsors. So if y'all are ready, maybe we should do another giveaway. Okay, ready? Wait, I got to get water first. Sorry, y'all. When I'm the one doing all the talking, it just kind of starts. Phew. Hi, Amy. Hey, no worries. I have another thought for us for a new one that I'm doing, another one that I'm doing in the future. Coming soon, really, actually. Okay, so next up, we are going to do, these are called my free-for-all drawings. And we did the 2 packs of the scratch-off cards. And next up, let's see here. We are going to do one of the Victory Store booth sets. So who would be interested in one of the Victory Store sets? Is there anybody? I'd just be curious, you know. My thought is the answer is probably going to be yes. So with that, okay, let's see. This is what we're going to do. I am not very fancy. We're going to do that cool automated generator. I do have to also put this out there because I've had a couple of notes pop up from different vendors and they've asked if they could participate. And I'm like, I love my vendors. There's a lot of great ones, but unfortunately these drawings are actually for yard card business owners, not for vendors. So we appreciate you understanding that. Okay, so next up, the Victory Store Boo set. We are going to pick the trick or treat one first. So what we're going to do, I've got to set this up in my auto generator. We're going to use hashtag, hold on. I shouldn't tell you until I set it up, right? Hang tight, everybody. So much easier when, let's see. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to, I got to redo my screen on that one. Okay, you ready? Hold on, y'all. I promise I'm coming back. New window. You got to love all the technology, right? Now I'm connected to all my StreamYard, which is the reason that this is all working. So here we go. We're going to do, victory code is BICT. Oh, hold on. BICT B0001. That makes sense? VICT B0001. And the O's are O's, the letter O's, not zeros. Are you ready? Here we go. It's V as in Victor. So it's hashtag VICT B0001. And this will be for the Trick or Treat Victory Store set. I think this is fun, man. I want to join. This would be nice to be on your end. I could just kick back. I think this would be fun. And I will tell you, I don't get any of these prizes, y'all. I'm donating them all to you guys. So these are just some really kind and generous sponsors. And there's other great vendors out there who do want to do something. We just couldn't get it all collaborated before today. And so we are going to have something coming very soon for other sponsors if they want to collaborate. Okay, here we go. I'm going to give it just a few more seconds because I still see people typing in. Who likes this? Do you like it, being able to just type in a hashtag and be able to do this? I know I personally do. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and draw. How cool is that to have the names pop up like that? I think it's so much fun. Here we go. I need a drum roll though. Who's going to win? Molly. Molly, you are the winner of the Victory Store Trick or Treat set. Congratulations. So here's what I need you to do. Down below in the comments, I would like you to please put in your name, your email address, and that you won the Victory Store Trick or Treat set. Then I need you to email us. And then Lori, if you'll please give her the information she needs to email us. That would be awesome. Okay, so somebody's got to keep me organized on this. So Lori, thank you very, very much. I think that's just fantastic. Okay, I got to close this out and come back. Okay. I'm coming right back to you. Maybe. Should we do another one? Huh? What do you think? I think we should do another one. Okay, next up, and I do hope somebody's taking notes for me because I'm so busy doing this with the tech that I'm not taking my own notes. Next up, we have a Yard Card Depot $50 gift card. Who's interested in that? Anybody? Anybody? Yeah? Okay, I hope so. So we're going to type in YCD50. Ready? YCD50. YCD50. Ready? Here we go. Oh, and one thing, y'all, let's see if this will start yet, is this, if you've already won a prize, then please just go ahead and remember not to enter again because we want to share the wealth with everybody. We appreciate your kindness on that. Gosh, these are fun. My goodness, I have the most generous sponsors, and I can't wait to do this again, hopefully soon with a few more sponsors. Okay, are we done? Okay, I'm going to give it a couple more seconds. Here we go. Let's see if there's any more. Who likes doing it this way? You know, back in the day, we would write down names and put them in a hat. Not anymore. This is way cool. Okay, I think I'm going to do a countdown. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. I do want a drum roll next. Wish I had one. Here we go. Here we go. Who's going to be the winner? Who's going to be the winner? Robin Ashmore. All right. Congratulations, Robin. You just won the Yard Card Depot $50 gift card. Okay, so Robin, I think you've already heard, but go ahead and put your information down below, your name, your email address, and that you won the Yard Card Depot $50 gift card. But then Lori's going to post our email address, and we need you to also email that with your physical address and phone number. And any of these physical prizes are going to take a little bit to get to you. The victory sets, they're not even available yet, y'all. And so I can't get those over to you yet, obviously. Okay. I've got one more. This is our last free-for-all drawing. Are y'all up for staying for one more? Because then the ones after that are going to be for everybody who's going to join the membership. And actually, I have a thought on that since we're having some technical errors on that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do one more free-for-all. Are you ready? This one will be for our very good friends, Kim and Nikki at Epic. And you saw how cute that was. Okay, we're going to do Epic Boo. How about that, everybody? Epic Boo. Ready, set, go. Epic Boo. EPICBOO. EPICBOO. Epic Boo. And Kim, if you or Nikki are watching, we really appreciate your generosity in helping us out. You've always been such a kind and generous sponsor and supporter of the Yard Card Association. We really appreciate that. Okay, here we go. Man, y'all are so kind to want to stay around and do some more of this. Okay, we might be ready. What do you think? Should we go ahead and draw? Okay, I'm going to do my countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw. Oh, come on. I want to know too. Every time I think, hey, all right, Shauna Willow, congratulations. You just won the Epic Boo set. This is awesome. Okay, I'm going to come back on screen. Wow. Let's see here. Okay, are we still together? Phew, right? I know this takes a little bit longer till I entered and all that, but I think it's great and I think it's fun. And I love the confetti at the end. I like seeing everybody's profile pictures go and go and go. And I keep going, oh, wait, maybe it's going to be that one. So anyway, congratulations to those winners. I really think you're going to enjoy these prizes. Now, the next one, let me ask you this. I know we've gone through a lot. Let me ask you this. Is there anybody that is trying to join the Yard Card Association, but the technology, there were the glitches on the website? Because I know that the membership plans were not quite connected correctly with the payments. And so if you want to, okay, Julian, if you never saw your name, there were so many names in there that it was really hard to tell, but it's all based on, you know, however you entered it. If you didn't enter it exact, then the system doesn't pick it up. So anyway, Stacy, tell me, you can get with me separately, which plan you're looking for, and then I can make sure to get you the correct link. And I apologize for y'all I promise you, I was up till 4 a.m. trying to make sure all the bits and pieces were connected. But as I told you at the beginning, nothing's ever going to go perfectly, right? So what I will do is you tell me what plan you're interested in, and I will give you specifically a link to get you connected to the right plan. So let me know if you want the monthly plan, if you want the 6-month plan, or if you want the 12-month plan. And I will be happy to get that over to you. And Miss Diana, I'm so glad you're here. I'm honored that you've been one of our founding members for a year now. It's been amazing. Miss Daisy, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. And I apologize. I was a little busy preparing for this, so I did not check my email to see any of our new members. So Jessica, if you would please, can you do me a favor and email me? I tell you what, I don't know how to connect with you because on Facebook, I tell you what, I'm going to try to connect with you. If you can leave your email address, how about that? If you can leave your email address down below, then I can get in touch with you. And I apologize for all the links and stuff being a little wonky. It is what it is, right? Nothing's ever perfect in our businesses. So, okay. Let's see. Bobby, absolutely. If you can send me your email address. Patty, yes, ma'am. Let's see. Let's see who else. Okay, great. If anybody who wants to join, or if you did, if you'll give me your email address below, I want to make sure I get you taken care of, and I will do it just as soon as we get off of here, and we'll get you taken care of. And then let me just tell you real quick, and then I'll let everybody go. Here's some of the drawings. One of the drawings is going to be for a free 1-month membership, but I do ask, only enter for that one if you know you're going to be here for 3 months, because I do want you to get and see a little bit of the value first before you just go, oh, I only got one in my 1 month and I got out. That's just not fun. And then we're going to have two giveaways for 2 other things. We have Joyful Designs. We have their beautiful set. And then we have 11th Street. We have their beautiful set. And those are going to be the giveaways for any member that joins at the 6 or 12-month level. Now, the other drawing we're going to have is for all members. It can be the monthly, it could be any of them. You could already be one of our 12-month members, 6 months, or monthly. We're going to do another giveaway for another victory set. And remember, any of those, if you've got your bonuses, the 6 or 12 month, you're going to get the website audit. And what I didn't even mention to anybody is I'm going to be at the Yard Card Rally. And if you're a member of the Yard Card Association, we're going to have a separate event that's just going to be a meetup. It's going to be really fun. I don't have the details worked out yet, but you're invited if you're joining the Yard Card Association. I'm looking forward to meeting as many members as possible. Okay, I'm going to close up now. We're going to have a future workshop to go over your questions. If you've got specific questions, go ahead, type them below, put a Q in front of it, and then type your question. And then what I'm going to do, make sure you check out our Facebook page and that you subscribe to our email list. I will post and email those dates because I'm going to get with a couple more sponsors and see if we have somebody else who might want to sponsor something for us. And then also we're going to do the Q&A, and then we'll do the treat bag boot buckets. We'll talk about those. And I'm also looking for photos if anybody has those to submit. And then I'm going to have your free printable and your social media sales post. I'm going to have that pretty soon. The thing is, you don't quite need that yet, so I didn't prioritize it. I wanted to do the workshop first. And then if you're not in our free group, I hope you'll join. It's the original Yard Card Business Owners Community. We had to change the name up and make it fancier because we were the only one around, y'all, for I don't know how many years, a long time. And so we had to change the name up, but we've been around since 2010. Then you may know we have a podcast that just launched a month or so ago, the Yard Card School podcast. And I would love to hear any of your topic ideas on that. And I think that's it. I really hope that there is something here that was a good takeaway. Do me a favor, whether it's down below here or whether it's on a separate post I'll make, I would love to hear your takeaways on this. It really helps me to know what value I'm providing and lets me know how to, tweak and improve for next time. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for coming. Thanks for dealing with my wonkiness with the technology stuff. And again, I apologize on the technical issues with the membership of all things, right? 4 o'clock in the morning, you'd think I'd have it all perfect, but I want to thank y'all again for being here, and make sure to subscribe if you're not on our email list, and follow our page, pin it, and sign up to click your notifications to see all our posts, because I've got some more great stuff coming, and we're here to support you and help you grow your businesses. So I hope everybody has a great day. I'm going to go and drink some water now and go make somebody smile. Okay. I will see you all very soon. It's nice to get to chat with y'all, by the way. I really appreciate you spending your time here, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, everybody.